Discover the perfect way to start your next speech or presentation by using the same techniques used by the masters of the TED Talk stages. Brene Brown is one of the masters of the TED stage. Let's see how she opens her presentation.
So I'll start with this. A couple of years ago, an event planner called me because I was going to do a...
Right out of the gate, she is having fun. There's a smile on her face. She launches right into a story. None of this, good morning, happy to be here today. Today I'm going to tell you about XYZ. Let me open up my notes and PowerPoint. No, she just dives right in with a story in a conversational way. She looks like she's having fun.
Oh, an event planner called me because I was going to do a speaking event. And she called and she said, I'm really...
Look how casual she is. Brushes her hair back a little. She is telling a story, bringing in characters. Right away, she's bringing in dialogue. That changes her tone of voice. It's not this laundry list of stuff I'm going to talk to you about today.
Got you on the little flyer. And I thought, well, what's the struggle? And she said, well, I saw you speak and
What's the little struggle? Hear the change in her voice volume, her voice tone. It's completely conversational. That's what people do when they tell stories. And this is a perfect way to hook the audience, engage them, and make them feel like, wow, this is a friendly person. Let me take my cell phone and put it away and just listen.
well, I saw you speak and I'm going to call you a researcher, I think, but I'm afraid if I call you a researcher, no one will come because they'll think you're boring and irrelevant.
It's self-deprecating. She is sharing a story, revealing personal experiences, and showing her own vulnerability, which is part of the theme of her very presentation. So forget the first 30 seconds. We're only 10 seconds in. And she's engaged us, she's hooked us, she's been conversational, she's showed humanity, she's showed warmth, all in just a few seconds.
And it's like, okay. And she said, but the thing I liked about your talk is, you're a storyteller. So I think what I'll do is just call you a storyteller. And of course, the academic insecurity.
Brene Brown is a storyteller, but here's the secret. All great TED Talks are stories. They all are done by great storytellers. You can be one too. Julian Treasure.
The human voice. It's the instrument we all play.
See how calm he is. He makes a statement, pauses, turns and looks over here. Notice he isn't staring at notes or staring at a teleprompter, holding papers. He makes a statement, pauses, lets us digest it for a moment.
Instrument we all play. It's the most powerful sound in the world, probably. It's the only one that can start a war or say, I love you. And yet many people have the experience that...
Powerful, powerful opening. He hooks us. The human voice. The only thing that can start a war. Tell you, I love you. It is so compelling. It's not boring. It's not tedious. He's not telling us what he's going to tell us. He just jumps right in with captivating content. Completely composed, no rush whatsoever.
That when they speak, people don't listen to them. Why is that? How can we speak power?
He's having a conversation already. People don't listen to them. Pause. Why is that? Pause. He's having a conversation with the audience, even though he's the only one speaking.
We speak powerfully to make change in the world. What I'd like to suggest, there are a number of habits that we need to move.
Look how he's walking. He's moving. He's not frozen. He's not stiff. And like most TED Talks, he's obviously not behind a lectern. But there's a movement there. He's relaxed. He's having a conversation. He's drawn people in. He's not having to yell, but he's using the power of his voice to draw people in.
There are a number of habits that we need to move away from. I've assembled for your pleasure here 7 deadly sins of speaking.
Now he gets into sort of the summary, but he didn't just launch with this, today I'm going to talk about the 7 deadly sins. No, he gave us a taste of it. He hooked us. He whet our appetite. He was fluid, conversational, poised, calm, fantastic start to a presentation. Robert Waldinger.
What keeps us healthy and happy as we go through life.
Look at the start. There's a smile on his face. He's talking about being happy, and he looks happy. He sounds happy. He's moving his hands. He's looking around. He's in no rush. He just starts off with a provocative question. What makes us happy?
Happy as we go through life. If you were going to invest now in your future,
The pausing, the looking around. If you were going to invest now, he's giving attention to individual audience members. He's trying to engage in an actual conversation. It makes him believable, credible, and you want to sit up and listen to him.
in your future best self, where would you put your time and your energy? There was a recent survey of millennials.
Asking questions is always a great way to engage an audience at any point in the presentation, but especially at the beginning. So many speakers just want to say, I'm the expert, here are the facts, here's what I know, here's my brilliance. He's asking questions, getting people to reflect. He's drawing them in and making them realize, even though he's the only one speaking, this is a dialogue. It's not just a monologue.
Millennials, asking them what their most important life goals were. And over 80% said that
Pause. Great speakers pause. They don't just act like a train that's trying to get from point A to point B as quickly as possible. They pause. He's using pauses in an excellent manner.
80% said that a major life goal for them was to get rich. And another 50%
Saying something, and he did have an image, but it was an image you can look at once and understand it. It wasn't some big, complicated graph. Powerful, powerful start to his presentation. Everyone's paying attention. Tim Urban.
So in college, I was a government major, which means I had to write a lot of papers. Now, when a normal
Just starts right in. Again, no filler, no fluff, no good morning, happy to be here. Today I'm going to talk about XYZ. No, he just starts with an experience. He's not rushed. He's moving. He's pausing, and it's arousing curiosity. What is this expert going to talk about as it relates to his college days?
papers. Now, when a normal student writes a paper, they might spread the work out a little like this. So,
So he's using a graph, a PowerPoint, but it's not like the typical PowerPoint that has lots of complexity, lots of different colored graph points, lots of data. This is really a joke. It's a way to get someone to look at it and make them realize, oh, you're assigned a paper and you do almost all the work the night before, as you can see. So you only have to get one idea from the graph. So it's great to start a presentation with humor. And if you're going to use a graph or a chart or PowerPoint, this is the perfect way to do it because it only has one idea in it, and you can instantly discern the idea by looking at it.
So, you get started maybe a little.
You can hear the laughter right there. When you get laughter in your first 30 seconds, as he did, that's a great sign. If your audience is laughing, it means they're not ignoring you, staring at their cell phone, or sleeping. They're paying attention.
Started maybe a little slowly, but you get enough done in the first week that with some heavier days later on, everything gets done and things stay civil. And I would want to do that.
You hear that pause? He finishes a thought, takes a step or two, and then goes back into his story, his personal examples, where he talks about procrastination and motivation. He really draws people in, and he does it from the first second. He doesn't have to warm up to be great. He's great from the very first second.
Here's the secret. You can be as good at starting your next presentation as any of these TED speakers if you follow the following 7 principles of opening speeches. And believe me, you're going to want to stay for the final bonus tip. It will really help you. Number 1, most important principle, don't start off your presentation, your speech, talking about me, and sounding like everyone else who starts their presentation. Don't be like this guy. Good morning. I'm happy to be here today. My name is TJ Walker. Before I start today, let me tell you about the boring history of my company you don't care about. And then let me tell you about the cities we're in that you don't really care about either. Blah, 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 blah. Me, me, me. Look at this guy. He's pathetic. He's talking about himself. Good morning. Who cares? Not interesting. Everyone says it. I'm happy to be here today. Who cares if you're happy to be here? Not interesting to anyone. My name is. They already know your name, or it's up in lights, or it's on the agenda, or they don't care. Before you begin, well, you've already begun. Don't ever use that phrase. It's boring, 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 because all I did is talk about me, 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 me. And that's the way most people start their presentations. It's always wrong. Number 2, the first thing out of your mouth needs to be something interesting for your audience. It doesn't have to be funny, but it could be. It could be a question. It's got to be something that engages them, hooks them. You want a good example of that? Go to any YouTube channel where the YouTuber has more than 1 million subscribers. Chances are the first 5 seconds out of their mouth is a hook that interests the audience. It's not, well, thanks so much for coming to my YouTube channel today. Welcome back. We're going to have a good show for you. No. Start off with something interesting, provocative, engaging, right out of your mouth. If you've gotten any value out of this video yet, please go ahead and hit the like button. Number 3, the second you stand up to speak or sit down and speak on camera, pause for a second. Pause and smile. Let the audience know you got good stuff coming. You're in no hurry, no rush. This is going to be good. You are relaxed, comfortable, and confident. It only takes a 1 or 2 second pause to really let that message come through. So many people, the second they're introduced, I'm happy to be here, blah, 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 and they seem rushed, nervous, and scared. Don't be afraid to pause. Number 4, look at your audience. Do not be staring at paper, turning your back, looking at slides and screens, fiddling with the lectern. Literally look at your audience. If it's online, look at the camera. If people are in the same room, look at people in the eye. Even if you have a lot of slides or a lot of text in a script to look at, your first 30 seconds, you want to establish a bond with people in the audience. You do that by really looking at them. Number 5, don't talk about your speech. It's like the Fight Club. You never talk about the Fight Club. When you're giving a speech, don't talk about your speech. It sounds pompous to say, well, as I was reflecting on what I was going to say in my speech today and later on in my presentation, it sounds like phony baloney. Just talk to people. They'll figure out it's a speech. They'll figure out it's a presentation. They can see your mouth moving. So don't waste time talking about the speech. Jerry Seinfeld didn't come out at the beginning of every sitcom and say, in today's sitcom, you're going to hear a bunch of funny stories. No, it just started with a joke. You don't have to start with a joke, but you do need to start with something interesting where you're just talking. Don't talk about my speech, my presentation, as I was preparing a presentation or speech. Just talk. By the way, I know it's hard to break old habits. You may be in the habit of starting your presentation. Good morning, I'm happy to be here, and in my presentation today. Well, if you want to get better a lot faster than just trial and error for the next 5 years, you may want to consider the High Stakes Presenter. That is my coaching program that is online, it's hybrid, it's live, and it will work with you in a very hands-on way so that you can not only have a great opening to your next speech and presentation, but the closing and everything in the middle will be great. So check out the High Stakes Presenter. It's in the description below. Number 6, be in the present. Be conversational. Don't sound like you memorize something, and certainly don't read. You've got to be present with people, like you're two friends having a conversation, no matter how serious the conversation is. That also means no slides in the first 30 seconds. Now, you can use PowerPoint slides all you want later. But if the first thing people see when you stand up to speak is slides with bullet points or anything else, they're looking at that. They're not looking at you. You seem like you're there as the butler. When you start your presentation, you should not have any slide. You want people looking at you. You want to start an actual conversation. You want to be present with them. Number 7, have fun. Start off your presentation with a little smile on your face. Too many people stand up to give a presentation and they look like they're going to their death. If you seem like you're not having a good time, you're sending a message to everyone in the audience. Hey, this is going to be boring. Better pull out your cell phone and check Facebook and email. You want to seem like this is going to be fun, no matter how dry the subject is. Financial matters, physics, doesn't matter. You've got to show that you're here to have a little bit of fun. You're here to package an idea in a way that's a little more interesting than what people have heard before. And you've got to let people know, spending time with you, it might not be a laugh riot, but it's going to be a little bit fun. And that needs to come through in the first 30 seconds with a little smile, with a little twinkle in your eye. Bonus tip, have your hands free and you need to move them in a natural way. You don't want to be holding papers, pens, and other things that's going to make you look nervous. If you really want to know exactly what to do with your hands in the next presentation you give, then I urge you, watch this video right now. It's going to tell you exactly what to do. It's going to show you in a funny way through Will Ferrell what not to do. But even more important, what to do with your hands so you never feel awkward. You don't have to worry about, do I put them behind my back or my pockets or hold pens? You'll know exactly what to do after watching this video. If you like this video, please hit the like button. Sign up for notifications, subscribe to the channel, and tell your friends.